Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. And if it's okay with you, I'd like to take this opportunity to address a number of viewer comments that I received. So as some of you may recall, some time back, several weeks back, I did a series of videos wherein I was responding to comments that were made to a video that I uploaded at the start of July 2022 in regards to the Barnes & Noble sale. And I used the opportunity to address all the comments, or at least all the comments that I thought I received. I see that I missed one, at least one as far as I know. Sometimes YouTube makes comments visible to me somewhat later, so there's sometimes a delay that is beyond my control. So I seem to have missed one, at least as far as I'm aware. I might have missed more. So if I missed your comment under that video regarding the Barnes & Noble July 2022 Criterion sale, I apologize. But let me take this opportunity to address the comment that I received that I haven't addressed yet, as well as some other comments that I received elsewhere via super thanks and the like. So first of all, regarding the Barnes & Noble Criterion July 2022 sale video that I uploaded around July 1st. So there is another comment that I see that I received from InfraMajin. So InfraMajin, so once again, please accept my apologies for not seeing your comment earlier. I hope you can forgive me. I've just now seen it, and so let me take the opportunity to respond to you. And it's a really great one here. So you say, InfraMajin, you say, "Hello from Pennsylvania, Daisuke. I hope your move is continuing smoothly, that you are doing well, and that you have a little time left over in your current schedule to enjoy some good movies that are not already transported to your new home. I deliberately waited to near the end of the Barnes & Noble sale, mainly because there were some other disc sales going on that ended sooner in July, of which I wanted to take advantage. Waiting then allowed me to postpone the Criterion sale charges to the next pay period for my credit card. Not to worry, though I often buy many discs, I don't spend beyond my means, so this is a way for me to budget movie buying during multiple sales. This month, the Criterion sale had to compete with an Arrow video sale that Barnes & Noble was also having concurrently, some deals during the annual Amazon Prime Day, as well as a Kino Lorber sale held by the publisher itself, ditto for VCI Entertainment, and likewise network releasing out of the United Kingdom." So thank you very much. And you provide these lists. So your lists are: my Criterion purchases, this time all on Blu-ray: The Kid, The Gold Rush, Designed for Living, The 39 Steps, Leave Her to Heaven, The Killers, My Darling Clementine, The Gunfighter, The Wages of Fear, Diabolique, Rififi, The Girl Can't Help It, Carnival of Souls, 8.5, Flight of the Phoenix, Le Cercle Rouge, which indicate 4K UHD and Blu-ray combo, Kagemusha. Arrow sale purchases, all on Blu-ray: The Phantom Lady, Black Angel, The Big Clock, Cold War Creatures, Giants and Toys, Django Prepare a Coffin, What Have You Done to Solange, Your Vice is a Locked Room and I Have the Key, Tremors. Kino Lorber sale purchases, all on Blu-ray: Buster Keaton, The Shorts Collection, Buster Keaton Volume 2, Buster Keaton Volume 4, The Thief of Baghdad, Taboo, A Story of the South Seas, Chandu the Magician, It's a Gift, The Bank Dick, The House on 92nd Street, Shakedown, Broken Arrow, No Highway in the Sky, Edgar G. Ulmer's Sci-Fi Collection, Donovan's Brain, Thunder Bay, Veracruz, To Hell and Back, Jet Pilot, Jazz on a Summer's Day, The Sadistic Verenbunklos, What a Way to Go, Counterpoint, The Abominable Dr. Phibes and Dr. Phibes Rises Again, The Night of the Devils, Ozana's Raid, The Laughing Policeman, Stick, Barton Fink. Amazon Prime Day purchases, all on Blu-ray: Alfred Hitchcock Ultimate Collection. Let's see. So all you Universal owned films: Saboteur through Family Plot, plus North by Northwest, Crocodile Dundee and Crocodile Dundee 2. Akira 25th Anniversary Edition, Lord of the Rings Trilogy Extended Cuts. And for VCI, you say VCI Entertainment's 4th of July sale purchases, mostly on Blu-ray: Sparrows, Angel on My Shoulder, The Aztec Mummy Collection, Santo 8 Film Collection, Sea of Sand, Flame Over India, Batwoman and the Panther Woman, El Escopulario and Ladrón de Cadáveres, Night of the Bloody Apes, and Doctor of Doom. I think these should keep me fairly busy for a while. Keep up the great work with your excellent channel. Wow. So InfraMajin, thank you so much once again for providing me and providing all of us with your very, very thorough lists. I'm very impressed indeed. So that sounds like quite an eventful, very eventful July indeed for you. And I wonder, so now as I'm making this response, we're now around the midpoint or close to the midpoint in September. So about a month and a half or so has passed since the end of July. So I wonder so far of the titles that you've seen, which I'm assuming you've seen at least some of the titles of these really epic lists. I wonder so far what titles really you're enjoying the most. I'd love to hear about it, my dear friend. Well done indeed, InfraMajin. Thank you so much. And you say you're in Pennsylvania, so a wonderful place, lovely place. Thank you so much, InfraMajin, as always. And I very much hope that this message finds you well. Cheers. Also, so I'd like then to take this opportunity to address another comment that I received. I read all the comments, and I received so many lovely comments. I just wanted to bring up this one, which is from about 2 weeks ago. And this is a comment that I received to a video that I called Viewer Question 65. And this is from, please forgive me for my incorrect pronunciation, but Mikjail Carrillo. So hello, thank you very much for your comment. And I wanted to take this opportunity, if it's okay with you, to read it out because I was incredibly moved by it for a number of reasons, which I'll try to explain. So you say, and this was around 2 weeks ago, you say, "My dear friend, first I need to apologize for my absence as I didn't respond to your response to my comment a few months back in the first video of your Edward Yang series, and I'm talking of course about In Our Time. The reality is that I haven't continued with the next film, That Day on the Beach, but the moment will come very, very soon. That was, as I said, my first comment in your channel. I made another weeks later in response to someone else's comment about Monsieur Klein, but I didn't have the strength to make a comment by myself to you. I think I don't comment that often because I really don't want to consume your time. I assume you don't have the time and energy you'd want to answer in depth to every comment. So every time that I comment, I try to make it special. Your channel is my favorite space on the entire World Wide Web. None come even close. Here, listening to you, my friend, is where I spend always some minutes or hours of my day, and I feel joy and calm, and I really learn to appreciate not only cinema, but life. And I say it with all the energy of my heart. Now, about this video, I saw only yesterday, less than 30 hours ago. So I'm sorry. So this is regarding to the Studio Ghibli, the Ghibli animation film, Only Yesterday, as it's known in English. I read somewhere, but I can't be sure, that it can be translated as Memories Falling, which sounds beautiful. In Spanish, we have one official title for the language, and I'm sorry, I can't pronounce this, Recuerdos del Ayer, that is Memories of Yesterday. Again, pardon me for my bad pronunciation of the Spanish language. I must admit that I really like the memory terminology and all that it implies. Well, my friend, I can't describe my experience with this film, the feelings it left me, and the connections I've made. The landscapes, the imagery, the soundtrack, the story, the memories, and the little things of life, the changes, the growth, the regrets, the grief, the hopes and dreams, all in one wonderful voyage, and a movie for a lifetime. I think I've never cried so much with a movie. This hit me on a hard moment. Some things that have gone wrong one way or another in the past few days, but nothing to worry about. In any event, this is already one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's only my fourth Ghibli, after Mononoke, Chihiro, and Whispers of the Heart in that order. With the risks of falling into recency bias, I think that Only Yesterday stands on top for me at the moment. That means so much for me since I really and truly love the other movies. One of the many things of Only Yesterday that will stay with me is the relationship between countryside and nature, good life and peace. In the end, what matters most in life is living well and being well, don't you think? Well, my friend, I really don't want to consume more of your precious time. I just want to say thank you so much for being there and for making these videos and for reading and responding to the comments. It is not your responsibility, and yet you do it. I saw only yesterday, thanks to this video, that I started a few months back, but it didn't continue until now, until I saw that movie. Until now that I saw that movie. I really can't express how much this means to me. I know that this is a special movie for you, and I'm glad that now it's like that for me too. I hope to continue soon my Edward Yang journey, and when the time comes, I will comment on the respective videos. Thank you, Daisuke. Greetings from Mexico, Mikjail. So, thank you so much for this very, very heartfelt comment, or at least I felt the heartfelt nature of it, very much so. It was I was incredibly moved by it. Yes, so you mentioned so many things here. How should I begin to respond to this? So as I say, I don't. I read all the comments, but I don't respond to everything in a video format. I respond to things in a written format, but not necessarily in a video format. So, but let me take the opportunity to respond to your great comment right now, if you don't mind. And so, I'd like to say here that yes, I am very, very honored to receive this comment, my dear friend. Very honored. I mean, you compliment me in this channel and the people here in such a lovely way, and you honor the people here with your thoughtfulness and your real kind consideration and your lovely choice of words. And you say, for example, you say that your channel is my favorite space on the entire World Wide Web. Not even come close. You're listening to, my friend, is where I spend always some minutes or hours of my day, and I feel joy and calm. And I really learn to appreciate not only cinema but life. And I say it with all the energy of my heart. Well, what can I say? I am moved. I'm truly moved. I am very moved indeed. I am shocked and stunned, and in a very great way. I feel very happy to read this comment and to have received it. I'm not deserving at all. I have a very low concept of technology, and I'm not good with editing and the latest apps and things to use to make the production values of this YouTube channel a little bit higher. I'm not good with that sort of thing. So it's a very lo-fi affair. Not hi-fi, very, very lo-fi, very low-key affair this channel is. And again, it's just me sitting in a space in my room in front of some shelves and just sitting in the corner here and just sitting on the floor with my iPhone. Now the surface of my iPhone is now cracked because I've dropped it. So it still works though. So so it's a very, very lo-fi, low-tech affair. But I say it before and I'll say it again. It is the conduit by means I am able to make connections with people like you and like others, because it is you who provides to me the inspiration. I'm inspired to go on because of people like you, and I wouldn't be doing this channel otherwise. And that's the truth. I think I would have quit a long time ago had it not been for the lovely connections I've been able to make with people like you. My dear friend Mikjail. So I am the one who should be thanking you, and the lovely people that I've been able to meet here. Again, they have been able to foster and cultivate a type of area or space here, and it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the people who I've been able to meet, and the support that I've been able to feel, and the types of comments that I've been able to receive. So. Thank you so much for this lovely comment. Thank you so much for visiting. Thank you so much for leaving this great comment behind. You mentioned Edward Yang, and you mentioned only yesterday, two of my favorite things, or two things that are among my favorite things ever. So, and then you mentioned how much you were taken with the film Only Yesterday. And you mentioned too that the title's Memories Falling, Falling. Yes, indeed, the Japanese title is Omoide Poro Poro. So omoide is the Japanese word that can be translated as memories, recollections or memories. Poro Poro, falling or scattering or that sort of thing. So it has that lovely sense of a drift and of a type of floating, a type of almost a blowing in the wind type of thing. So yes, I like how you focus on this phrase memories. And I'm also very, very touched that you would respond to the film in that way and that you recall that it is, yes, indeed, a film that means ever so much to me. It has a type of personal meaning for me in a kind of direct yet indirect way. And I've mentioned it before, but I'll say it again. My mother, when she first saw it, she could identify so closely with the main character of Taeko. That's the name of the main character, and we see many time periods, right? And so, especially the sequences involving the flashbacks or the time sent some years back. And so this is when she saw those scenes, she was saying, "This is like me. This is like my life." And I was able then to feel a connection, a closer connection to my mother, thanks to watching this film. And so we had this joint connection. It wasn't necessarily a childhood that I had a direct experience with, so that's why I say the indirect. But at the same time, it has a direct connection with me because it was able, through that, I was able to feel a direct connection with my mother. So and so that has it has a type of resonance that is very, very powerful indeed. Very powerful indeed, and also it has a connection too with Tohoku, which is sort of the northern part of the main island of Japan, and I have a direct connection, not with Yamagata per se, but I know the areas that they speak of, Yamagata, Zao, and the things, because they're very near to where my wife's hometown is, which is where I used to live for a number of years, actually, in Japan several years back. So I used to live in this place called Sendai. And so it's quite near to the area or location that is the setting or backdrop of the modern day scenes of Only Yesterday. So in that way, too, I have a connection. And so I can feel the sensibilities. I can feel the closeness of it because I know that I've been there, or at least I've been in the very proximate space geographically. So I have in many ways, and plus also the connections with the themes and the music. I have the CD soundtrack I've listened to time and time again. I love that soundtrack. So yes, the film means a lot to me, and because of that, I am so thrilled that you would react in the same or similar way, my dear friend. Only Yesterday, yes, a Ghibli film. It's an animation film from Japan. It is utterly, utterly brilliant. So delicate, so tender, so soft, and yet also very harsh. And also it reveals even the little things, those little things where you might have connections, or you might have betrayals, or you might have those little things that turn into big things, the everyday things of childhood that might be meaningless at one point, but we grow up. And it's a funny, tricky thing about time, is it not? As we grow up, things become clearer. We understand the significance and importance of things that we might not have recognized back in the day. So these and other reasons make this film, Only Yesterday, so meaningful for me, and indeed for many others I know. So I'm so glad you are joining us in our appreciation and love for this film, Only Yesterday. I'm very, very thrilled about that, my dear friend. And then also you mentioned Edward Yang. You know, I've heard that, I don't know, fingers crossed, we might hopefully see some new physical media releases of Edward Yang films, or releases of new versions or new presentations of the Edward Yang films that maybe haven't had as much attention on physical media than, say, other titles. So I always keep my fingers crossed that we might see great, robust releases and presentations of, say, Mahjong, or Confusion, and others. But yes, I remain truly indebted, I think, to the vision and cinematic grace and brilliance of the filmmaker Edward Yang, because through his films I was able to continue on with my own cinema journey, in a manner of speaking, and also just become in awe of things and feelings and ideas of places and people that maybe I don't have maybe a direct sense of, say, direct experience with, because I've never necessarily been to these this part of the world. That being said, there's something too of a closeness and an affinity that I feel because of the way in which these characters are depicted in this way that's so accessible and so direct, and also very much part of the moment and feeling and time and place and historical significance, socio-political significance that I'm also learning about at the same time. So it becomes, and while of course being this totally enveloping, overwhelming emotional experience for me every single time. Each Edward Yang film in its own ways is overwhelming, totally awe-inspiring, and a totally jaw-dropping whole package of an emotional experience that is just it's like this total package epiphany that I feel whenever I watch an Edward Yang film, even for the whatever amount of time I've seen it. I've seen it for the X amount of time, something like that. So yes, so I am so thrilled to receive your comment here, Mikjail. And also, you say something very interesting at the beginning. You say everything is lovely, lovely. For example, you say about how you wanted to take time with the comments because you didn't want to take up my time with any comment. So I must respond here and say, not at all. Never feel that way. If I will, of course, I don't always check the comments. I don't check it 24/7. I have things that I attend to, of course, besides YouTube. But when I do spend my time devoted to matters regarding YouTube, the comment section is a place that I go, and I'm very, very happy to go to. I read all the comments. I'm very happy to read all the comments. Except for some like really obvious spam. I'm the victim of some spam email, or not spam emails, but spam comments, from bots or something. Go to this such and such site or something. So that sort of stuff. I don't like that stuff, so that gets deleted because it's obviously spam. But except for that, I don't delete any comments. All the comments remain. And I really truly believe how that's very important. It's who am I to say what is appropriate, what is not appropriate. It's not my place to say. It is your place to say whatever it is you want. Now, I always encourage you. And I always hope, and it's my sincerest hope, that people who comment to other people on this channel, they maintain a sense of, say, decorum and respect. Even if there's disagreement, there's always this way of disagreeing with people and even expressing that disagreement, and maybe even in a very energetic and emphatic way expressing that disagreement, but never crossing the line that goes into disrespecting others. So as long as that line is not crossed, then I'm very happy to receive comments. I'm very happy to see other people exchange comments with others. When I see that line crossed, sometimes I must admit I am disappointed, and it's not like this channel is free from that type of engagement. Unfortunately, I do see people who maybe tend to be a little bit too how should we put it, too emphatic, and maybe that overemphasis might get the better of some people in terms of the degree in which they express that emphasis on the one hand, but crossing a line that seems to be insulting others on the other hand. So I always hope, and I know, and I can rely on people to always express what it is they want to express while not crossing that line. And so, I mentioned this. It's I'm very, very fortunate in that it's not a huge deal. It's something that is very, very infrequent, I'm very happy to say. And so in that way, I'm very fortunate indeed. And that's due totally to the support and kindness and friendship of people like you, people like others who have been so kind to engage with me and engage with others on this channel and other places as well. So that is why I have great respect for the comments, even the comments that are directed at me in a negative way, in a very critical way. I have great respect for that because you are taking the time to express yourself to me. And so while I might not agree with everything you say, and I don't have to agree with everything you say, I'm talking about you, everyone, I can read everything and still be okay at the end of the day. And so because, right, it's at the end of the day, I'd like to think that no matter what is said, no matter what tea is spilt or what words might be spoken. At the end of the day, hopefully it can be considered water under the bridge, so that we can wake up the next morning and feel refreshed, as though nothing has happened. We can start everything anew. And then talk about that next great film or that next film discussion and the like. So that's always been my hope, and so I'm very proud to say that I think in general this has been quite a very happy endeavor for me in terms of the comments. And so in that spirit, I must say that I have total respect for the comments, and my dear friend Mikjail, you are always welcome to send to me a comment anytime you want, saying anything you want. And again, I might not be able to respond in the full robust way that you might be seeking. I might not necessarily agree with everything that is said, but always know that I respect your voice. I really do. I very much respect your voice. What it is you have to say, what it is you think and feel, and that you're willing to share that with me and with others. That is something that it requires and it deserves my respect and the respect of others. And if you're taking the time out of your very precious day, you are very busy, you're taking the time out of your very precious day to leave a comment, the very least I could do is read it. And I do, and I read it with great pleasure and great interest, always. So, Kyle, you are always welcome here anytime. And one other thing too, you don't have to comment. You don't have to engage with this channel in a way that you are not comfortable. You engage with this channel, and you can engage with other platforms, other people, other places on the internet in a way that is comfortable for you. That is very important. You can, for instance, you can comment, you can not comment, you can just watch the video and not do anything else. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. You can subscribe, you can not subscribe. That's fine. You can leave a thumbs up, you can leave a thumbs down. That's fine. Whatever works for you is fine with me. And so, of course, would I love to hear your voice? Yes, of course. Would I love to receive your thumbs up? Yes. Of course. Would I like to get your subscriber count? Would I like to get my subscriber count up? Of course. Or the views up? Of course. That's part of the aspect of doing YouTube on the one hand. Yet that is not in any way how should I put it? That does not in any way I do not consider that, for me, it is something that is one of my hopes for YouTube, I must admit, but it is not my number one priority. In other words, the most important thing, or one of the most important things, is your comfort level. And so however comfortable you feel, and what your comfort level and your engagement, and how the type of engagement that works for you, that is totally okay with me. It is okay with me, my dear friends. So you do what it is you want to do. So that is my way to say to you, my dear friend, bringing it back full circle, Mikjail Carrillo, you've left behind this lovely comment. So I must say, thank you for this. And you are a great inspiration. Your comment is so lovely. I'm so honored to receive it. Again, I'm not deserving of your kindness. That being said, I am so moved. You are always welcome here anytime, my dear friends. And indeed, to all, you are welcome here anytime. It is always my pleasure to be able to hear from you and learn from you. Okay, so let me end it there. I'm so sorry for the lengthiness of my response here. As always, I hope you can forgive me. But I will see you at the next video. But until then, my friends, please be happy and healthy and well, and please keep on watching a lot of great movies. Cheers, my friends. Cheers.